Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome, Amiibo. I don't think I have room for letters. I can hold one letter. I can hold two letters. Okay. We have Gulliver, because I found Gulliver on the beach last night when playing the game for my girlfriend. He's having a great time in Ireland. He found some cool shamrock goods. So yeah, we get some shamrock. Shamrock Cluck. And from Mott. If you're reading this, it means I'm bored. Really bored. Please save me from my boredom. I'm desperate, Mott. I don't think I will, Mott. Now I'm gonna put the shamrock thing away. I honestly keep forgetting that like we have this room over here now. So like these are kind of in the way. I have to keep the mushroom. It's law. I have to keep it. I say it's law. It's something that my girlfriend and her little sister will understand, but like no one else will, which is fine. Put the cat over here and the dragon over here. And you know what? Because I'm assuming this is probably a... Yeah, this is a wall clock. Let's just put the shamrock clock on the wall and bam. Cat. Okay. The other item in my inventory is another flat screen TV that I got from a balloon. So. Also, I apologize if y'all hear the dog barking at any point in the background. He is being a problem child this morning. Though, in a way, him being a problem child is why I'm awake, because he kind of ends up waking me up. So, it works, but it's like the beginning of another beautiful day. So what can I do for you? I want to chat. Sometimes I let my house get kind of creeped out. If you're free right now, it would be great if you could come over. Sure, I can come over and keep you company. Alright, I'd be yawning, but I can definitely keep you company, Sky. At least for a few minutes. Frisk, could you please not? The dog is being enough of a pain in the butt. You don't also need to be a pain in the butt. So happy to have you visit, Dr. S. Happy to be here. Happy you still have your bed. Curious, what do you think of the inside of my house? Lovely. You said that makes me so happy. Something in particular, I might consider giving it to you. No, Your house is good. I don't want your stuff. Yeah, that's literally all she's gonna be saying now. I don't want to buy your stuff. I'll just go. Well, that's because all you wanted me here was to sell me stuff. It is great. I keep doing my best to keep my place clean from now on. Today was a lot of fun. And the dog is now attempting to howl. I do very much apologize if y'all can hear him. I don't know if you guys can. I'm not watching the audio levels to see if, you know, he's audible. Yep, fossil. I have not seen Joan yet, and we are on a timer to find her because it's like 11:20. Yeah, nose is itchy. Man, this morning is just starting awkwardly. But that's fine. It's pretty normal for me, honestly. I mean, like, I knew the dog would be fussing up. And I could have guessed the Frisk would be, but it's still kind of annoying the Frisk is also fussing up. Yeah, my nose is itchy. Itchy nose. Okay, Joan, where are you? Because I could kind of use seeing the turnip price. There she is. Trying to sell turnips to Mott. 107. Okay, that's fine by me. I can buy like 1,700 of them with the bells I've got. I think I could hold 800 at the moment. No, I could hold 900. Well, I was close. Gives me a chance to dig up this fossil. Yeah, I will note, Lobo has a new catchphrase that is a joke between my girlfriend and myself, so y'all don't need to worry about it. It's much like how Kurlos has Peppa Pig. Because, you know, Lobo wanted a new catchphrase, and, you know, it just felt right to get my girlfriend to help me give him a catchphrase. Okay, I could probably buy 800 more easily. Hey, there is Lobo. Bork. Seeing your face, let's just say I'm ready to start a new day. Gahaha, Foxwood. You need something? Let's talk. Should I have a present I'd like to give to Sky, but I don't think I could do it Sure. Hey Sky, Lobo has a gift for you. Delivery from Lobo. The guy standing next to you. Wow, something from Lobo for me. It's the occasion. Let's open it up. Hey, a scale print tee. I'm gonna try it on right now. Looks good. He has a knack for knowing what looks good. A lychee! I already have a lychee tree, but thank you, Sky. Hey, Lobo. I did it. Is something you want to say to me? Is it Foxwood? I'm sorry, it's a... Yeah. So how does Sky respond? About that, you heard it. Making my guess was totally right, as it always is. Drinking my coffee. My mildly burnt coffee, but it's just been in the pot too long. It happens. But I gotta say, like, coffee pot / coffee perks, whatever you wish to call them. I'm very hesitant to hit this rock without saving and continuing first. Especially because I've already bought some turnips. But, coffee pot, coffee perks, those kinds of things. When I was a lot younger, like when I was a kid, the only ones that had the auto turn-off feature to them were, like, the super expensive ones. You know, the ones that you'd find in, like, a rich person's house. These days, they all have it. It's really annoying. Man, you cowboy, I'm always hoping to find you. Hey, you, up there, feed me. Oh, hello there, cowboy. Sorry, I was just listening to my tummy. I haven't eaten since this morning. I was singing the song I wrote about... that. You know, I should spend less time singing about food and more time remembering breakfast. Can you help me out? Can't stop my, piece... Sure. Want a lychee? Got a lychee. The scent of this is like sweet perfume. I've got to eat it. Yes, very good fruit. Flavor of the scent. It's nice, cowboy. Made my day a little sweeter, Pep Pig. So let me give you something as thanks. What should it be? How about this? It's some good fortune clothes. Okay. Now, I need 8 spaces, that's 6. What even are these? Oh, it's the kind of thing that, like, you wear and then you find out later that it actually says, like, delivery on Tuesday. Like... which, like... it's one of those things of, like, brain work with me here. Like, sure, it's, like, really funny that, like, oh man, the shirt, the shirt or tattoo or whatever that's supposed to say something in, like, Chinese or Japanese or Korean. It's like, oh, it says, like, something really funny or just offensive. The same thing happens, though, for, like, people in China, Japan, Korea when buying, like, English things. So, like, it's a bit of a tit for tat. Like, usually it's not as, you know, nice as, say, deliveries on Tuesday. It's, you know, more like offensive curse words or slurs in English. Just, they'll just proudly wear because they think they've been told it says something different in their, you know. It's like, yeah, no, that's, Which, I mean, to be fair, is exactly what we end up doing. But, you know. And both are born out of just as much of a, you know, ignorance of the other language. So. Gabby! And so you today, Pookie. What's going on? I want to chat. Is it true that the Crucian Carp is popular? Just have to have one. Can you please get me one? Count on me. That's a river fish, I think. I do really want to get the other 2 fossils found so I can see about buying a few more turnips, but... Ideally, I'd like to get, like, 400 more. Ideally. But there is also no guarantee I'm gonna find all 4 fossils, because, like... This is me we're talking about. So I may have to get some money out of my, my ABD. Man, I am trying to think of things to talk about. But, like... The only thing my brain wants to talk about is just how, like, wonderful my last night was. But, like, it's just I spent a lot of time with my girlfriend, and it was really nice and sweet. So, like... I could sit here and gush about her for a while, but, like... Yeah. Gosh, she's wonderful. Fossil. I suppose one thing I can kind of ramble about is, like, and this is a more nerdy topic. I'm more throwing a bit of shade at Old School Runescape, but let's be real. The game kind of deserves it with how much its fans kind of overhype it as this super good game that, like, it's nostalgia, guys. It's nostalgia. And there's nothing wrong with nostalgia, but it's nostalgia. But, like, there's this general thought slash, like, thing just thrown around that, like, oh man, RuneScape 3 is, like, easy-scape, and, like, it's super easy, and, like, it takes no, like, skill or anything. It's like, okay, but, where's your reasoning? Rooster's coffee is the perfect thing to wake you up in the morning. I'd like to come here every morning, but I usually end up oversleeping. Just come here when you wake up. That's the morning. But, like, it's one of those things of, like, oh, but, you know, you can just buy skill points. It's like, okay, yes, you can. There's no saying you have to. You don't even have to use your free treasure hunter keys that you're given every day if you don't want to. I mean, I'm in the camp of I would use them, and I do use them to train skills that, let's be real, nobody likes training. You know, things like agility or rune crafting. You know, the things that nobody likes training, period. If there's someone out there that likes either of those, they're insane. They are, like, the most boring skills to train. Because, like, you're not doing anything. But at the same time, like, okay, the argument that you can buy skill points in RuneScape 3, it's a valid argument. Depending on the skill, you could argue that you can buy skill points in Old School too. And you might be like, well, what do you mean? You can't buy, like, skill lanterns and stuff. Like, no, you can't. But if you were to spend the money to buy some bonds and then sell those bonds, you could then train your magic up. Sure, it still takes time. Time where you're basically right-clicking on your screen every about 18, 19 minutes as you splash on a seagull for the entire day. because you get XP from every cast. In RuneScape 3, you get XP for, you know, defeating your target. Oh, Lobo wants something. So listen, we need to chat. You're the big shot mayor and everything, so you're gonna get an earful. It's nothing serious, I'm just thinking about time we get a nice drilling rig here. I don't know about a drilling rig, Lobo, but it'll depend on what the people want. I still need to get, like, my girlfriend herself to help me with a public works project. Like, whatever she feels would work in the town. Because, I mean, her sister helped. It makes sense to get her to help, too. Like, it's one of those things, if at this point, in both games' development of RuneScape 3 and Old School, I honestly don't understand the hate towards RuneScape 3 anymore. Like, I get it. Way, way, way back. Hello, Rory. Hey, Steven. You lost some weight? You want to be beefed up instead? You know, like me? I kind of just want to lose a bit of weight. But in a healthy way. But, like, when Evolution of Combat very first happened, yeah, it was kind of bad. It didn't feel good. It was just kind of bleh. But these days, it's not bad. And, like, I get the argument of, like, oh, well, if I want to play a skills-based MMO, I'll just go play something else. It's like, that's fine, but at the same time, like, if you're just playing for purely the gameplay and nothing else, there are so many other games that play like RuneScape, because RuneScape was so popular, and a lot of these other games still carry on, one of which I believe was out before RuneScape, that being like Tibia, which I'm pretty sure is still running. You know, like, so, like, it's just one of those things of, like, I don't want to rain on anyone's parade kind of thing, but, like, I feel like at this point a lot of the hate for Evolution of Combat is just simply because it's the hip thing to do. Especially where RuneScape 3 is... I mean, I can't say objectively, this is subjective, but, like, the majority of people would probably, if offered both games, find RuneScape 3 to be the better game. I want... Bam. I mean, like, there's a lot of quality of life things that have been done for RuneScape 3 that lend credence to that. I mean, even without going into, like, the changes to how mining works, which some people like, some people hate, and more people like than hate. Even without that change, there was still, before that, the ore box. Yeah, I want to sell these fossils first, just so I have room, and also so I have definitely the money for 400 more turnips. Because I don't have it at the moment. And the ore box does what you think it would do. I'm just going to sell the fertilizer and the flat screen TV, because I don't need 2 flat screen TVs. But, like, it basically is a box that you can put ore into as you're mining to carry, like, 100 and some more ore with you. So you don't have to bank as often. which makes a lot of the basically dead content mining spots worth something. Because, like, I know the argument would basically come to, like, oh, but it makes mining so much easier. It's like, yeah, but if you stop and think about it, when is the last time you've mined in a non-optimal location in Old School? Even though there are many mines in unoptimal locations with materials you would want to have, but because they're in such a non-optimal location, you just don't touch it. Because, like, well, why would you bother? There's that ore in another location that's more optimal. So you'll go and fight with other players for that location instead of just going to the more optimal one. Well, not the more optimal one, but the one that's definitely free. The less optimal one. In RS3, 1, you don't have to fight for locations anymore because of the mining change. But, also, like, you have the ore box. You could mine in unoptimal locations and not have to worry. I mean, for those who haven't played RuneScape 3, what the mining changes were was basically adding more actual gameplay to mining. To the point where, like, there's basically critical rocks, you can critical hit while mining, rocks don't deplete, which does make the prospect option that is still there kind of redundant. But that basically means that, like, you can't be muscled out of a mining spot by bots. Multiple people can use the same mining spot without having to worry. And, like, I get to some people, it's like, man, like, that's lame. I want to be able to, like, force people out of a mining spot and, you know, spend, like, 5 minutes just trying to get a single piece of ore because there's so many other people around. Getting so many loaches. And, like, if that's your thought process, then, man, like, I mean, one, Old School is still there, but, like, I don't understand you. And this is coming from someone who likes mining, and always liked mining, always liked smithing. But, like, man, was it always really annoying to try to get anything. Like, I remember even, like, way back in the day, because of just how many, like, bots and just other players were around, I basically ended up training my smithing up to 15. I think it's 15. Is that the fossil? That's the fossil. Wrong way. I ended up training it up to, like, I think it's 15. The amount to smith iron with. Using, you know, nothing but bronze stuff, as you should. And then, to train further, I used a mixture of bronze and the scraps of iron I could get from the power levelers. Like, because, like, people just training up their mining didn't care about actually keeping the iron ore. So you could go to, like, the Port Sarah mine and just pick up inventory after inventory of iron ore from time to time. You know, until a lot of people started realizing that, hey, if we do this, we can sell that iron ore and make some decent profit. And then that dried up, and then I was stuck with basically bronze. Because, you know, a low-level miner has such a low chance of actually being the one to get that ore. Because, like, well, you're there with your little bronze or iron pickaxe trying to mine at the rock, or maybe even a steel or black pick. Well, it would have been steel or mithril, because black picks were way too expensive. If it was even a thing at that point. But, like, if it's even a thing now. I don't remember. There we go. Who wanted the crucian carpet? I think it was Gabby. But, like, it basically meant that, like, you were training unoptimally because the people who wanted to train optimally were just too good. Because, like, your little bronze or iron pick just quite simply was not good enough to keep up with these people and their rune picks. But mining iron was the best XP per hour, so that's what people did. A vertigo tea. Does that mean it's gonna give me vertigo? It's kind of funky. But, like, yeah, it's just, like, one of those things of, like, everyone looks back at, like, old school with, like, rose-tinted glasses, or more just 2007-ish RuneScape. And quite honestly, I feel like the beginnings of old school really exemplified that really well. Because, like, if you look back at, like, the player counts for old school, quite honestly, Jagex was pretty right to be like, yeah, this will only last, like, 6 months. Because what people were asking for was basically something they'd already played. So once people started getting their skills up to where they wanted them to be, a lot of people were just like, okay, but now what? And even these days, there is a considerable amount of people who probably play RuneScape, old school RuneScape, up to where they want their skills to be, because it's where they had them as a kid, or where they wanted them as a kid, and then they sit there going, well, now what? Because, like, there's not a huge amount of content that gets added to old school. I mean, there is a good amount. It's just not, like, a massive amount. It's not enough to really keep someone that, you know, played way back in the day and maybe stopped playing because they get a bit bored from just getting bored again. There's nothing really terribly new to sink their teeth into, except, like, bosses that have been completely mapped out to the point where there's plugins to tell you exactly where to stand everywhere, and there's plugins to tell you exactly what to pray at exactly the right time, and, you know, I don't know about that one, but I wouldn't be surprised. There's definitely bot programs that could do it. You know, do I buy another 100 turnips? No. 2,000's pretty good. But, like, there's also, like, Brain, we had a thought. Where'd it go? Brain. Right, yeah, I was gonna mention, like, some plugins that, like, I'm honestly shocked are allowed. Because, like, the whole thing with, like, old school RuneScape plugins is that they're not supposed to provide you any significant advantage over just, like, a real player. And, like, you would think that, like, marking tiles on the ground where, like, boss attacks are gonna happen, well, that technically is an advantage, but it's more an advantage over the unskilled player. Which are basically the ones that need these plugins. They're the unskilled players. They just don't, or, you know, the lazy players. They just don't want to bother learning how where the patterns are, so they just want a plugin to do it for them. Now, the ones that really bug me with Old School, and it's also partially why, like, I'm in the camp of, like, oh yeah, your skills are totally something to brag about, is, like, there are plugins that can reorder your right-click menu and change the default left-click option. So, literally, there are ways to increase your XP per hour with these plugins, because you're reducing the number of clicks you're doing, thus making things faster, and those are just allowed. And I really don't get it. Because, last I checked, regular players can't do that. And that is, increasing your XP per hour is a pretty big advantage. My wrist is itchy. But, like, yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now, because I've been going for a while, and, I think I will actually end off in my house today, because it has been a hot minute. Oh, hey, weather's on. So we'll get to watch the weather as we end things off. So, I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. It's gonna rain. See you all then!